People celebrate you when you're winning. They stand beside you when you're useful. But that presence often fades the moment your world becomes dark. The real test begins when life takes the fruit away and the room goes silent. When nobody checks on you, your value no longer looks obvious to the people who used to fill the room. In that silence, a single question starts to take hold. If nobody believes in me anymore, should I still believe in myself? Tying your self-worth to external applause creates a precarious foundation. It leaves your stability at the mercy of shifting circumstances, making it difficult to stand when your situation changes. Consider an old mango tree in a peaceful park. Birds sang from its branches, children climbed its trunk, and people gathered in its shade. The tree provided exactly what the park wanted. When the sun was hot, it gave shade. When people were hungry, it gave fruit. It offered peace in exchange for company and validation. The tree eventually internalized a dangerous assumption. As long as it kept giving, people would stay. This is the mechanism of outsourced self-worth. The central identity maintains its shape through a constant stream of external validation. Building an identity on what you provide is a fragile illusion. It mistakes temporary utility for inherent value. Then winter arrived. The air grew cold, the wind picked up, and the tree began losing its leaves. Its fruit stopped growing, and its branches turned weak and dry. As its beauty faded, the people drifted away. Children found other trees to climb. Couples moved to greener spots. Eventually, even the birds disappeared, leaving the tree in total isolation. This shows the disconnect that occurs during a crisis. While your utility to others might drop to zero, your inherent value remains completely unchanged. The tree's pain came from realizing that the affection it received was tied to its fruit, not its existence. Sitting in the cold, the tree started believing its best days were over. It watched people walk past without a glance and began to agree with the silence. When you lose the world's attention, it's easy to forget your own worth. You might even stop fighting for a future you no longer believe you deserve. But the visible decay above ground is only half the story. Beneath the frozen earth, in the darkness where no one is looking, a different process is underway. A winter season serves as a mandatory preparation phase. It deepens your foundation so you can survive the challenges that abundance will eventually bring. Spring returned, as it always does. The tree blossomed, the fruit grew back, and the crowds returned exactly as they had before. They admired the tree as if they had never abandoned it. But the tree was different now. It watched the birds and the families return, yet it no longer relied on their presence to feel whole. People are seasonal. Their attention and their applause will fluctuate. But a temporary loss of that attention is never a loss of your actual value. This is true confidence. The self is now internally reinforced. It remains stable whether the external arrows of validation appear or vanish. You survive because your worth is no longer outsourced. If you feel forgotten or empty right now, consider that you are in an active state of preparation. These silent battles are building the strength you will need for your next bloom. The world's attention is fleeting. The enduring work of your life is learning to maintain trust in yourself, even when the applause stops.